Add it up.
Αυτό πόνεσαι. Φαίνομαι εντάξει. Like actual critical feedback αν φαίνομαι εντάξει.
Μια χαρά είσαι. Κάτσε τι λέω, τα bloopers η Gio τα κάνει, οπότε Gio.
Okay. Hello everybody, welcome back to Pizza Talks. Happy summer term. We wish everything is going well and your courses are, doable. I'm here today joined by our lovely co-host for the summer term.
Giorgis, George, I don't know.
Giorgis.
Yeah, welcome back everyone. Another episode with me, yay. Freshly cut with pizza. That was my
True.
idea. Cheers.
We do have pizza.
That's gonna
What
go
the fuck?
bad.
What the...
Oh.
Cheers.
Yummy.
Nice. Wait. Not bad.
Best choices only by me.
I only find it good because I haven't eaten all day.
Skill issue. Don't choke on the podcast, it's gonna be bad. Anyways, today's podcast, which I'm hearing the audio, FYI, I'm checking the audio while recording the podcast. That's gonna be an interesting experience. And we have Makis and Vangelis behind the cameras.
Makis and Vangelis.
They are definitely not ghosts that may fit in today's topic.
We definitely did not make them up.
Yep.
But what is today's topic, Giorgi?
Today's topic is real-life horror stories. Horror. Spooky.
I don't know what theme song is that. Is it Doctor Who? The do-do-do-do-do. I don't know.
It kind of reminds me like the Spider-Man 3
Ghostbusters.
Spider-Man 3 black suit theme.
Oh, good.
Could be.
I don't know.
Anyways, real-life horror stories. So, an experience you've had in your real life that was scary, spooky.
Personally?
Yeah.
Okay. So, personal horror story. Like, obviously, when I was a kid, when I was alone at the house and I was hearing noises because I live in the mountains. So basically, when a child was left alone and you would hear the tuk, 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 tuk of the cats, you would basically,
Yeah.
Yeah. So that is a basic horror story. But one real life horror story that I had was I was actually here on campus and it was like really late at night because my parents forgot to pick me up. And it was like 11 or something. And I decided I'll go on a walk so I can find the bathroom. And I went on a walk. And I don't know if anybody has seen the campus at night, but it's like the back rooms. Everything is like a long, elongated hall.
Yeah.
Everything looking the same. I was
Scared?
beeping myself.
Okay, yeah. Indeed.
What about you?
Okay, I have two that come to mind. First is one of the earliest memories I have in vacation, like younger childhood, maybe like 8 or 9, that kind of vacation, in basically a small, it was a large field, like farmhouses field, and there were small houses that were getting rented there by the owner of the whole thing, and it was close to the sea. Living there for like 20 days for vacation, like in the summer, since I was like 9, 10, around that age, my parents wouldn't usually leave me alone. And it
But.
Big but. And it was also like the first year that I had It was also the first year that I had my dog. And okay, when you have a dog, even though they're like, he was pretty small back then.
Doggo.
Yeah. When anything happens around the house, they start barking. And that's like one of the biggest cliche in horror, like dogs barking
At nothing.
at nothing, windows shutting, stuff like that. And imagine I'm on the second floor of the house, let's say, alone, because my parents had gone out for the night, and I was like, no, I want to stay home alone. It's gonna be fine. I have the dog.
I can do it.
I can do it. Yeah, sitting there on the bed on my like phone or something, watching TV, maybe something like that. I don't clearly remember. But then the dog starts barking. I'm like, it's fine.
And suddenly something
No,
happens.
it's like he starts barking. I'm like, okay, it's fine. The dog always barks at something. It's fine. But the dog keeps barking for like an hour, maybe straight barking. And that moment, I'm starting to get a little bit shaky. And I decide to do probably the stupidest and most brave thing a 10-year-old can do. I'll find out what's annoying my dog.
No.
I get off the bed.
Cliche horror movie. Where is that sound coming from? The basement?
That was the second cliche thing.
Let me go check.
Now we're going to the third thing. I start going down the stairs. Creaky wooden stairs.
Oh no.
Every step felt like Michael Myers was behind me ready to kill me. I reached the down floor.
Turun.
Yeah.
Turun.
And I see the dog keeps barking at the window. The only window at the house that was semi-open. It keeps getting worse. So I immediately close the window. Dog stops barking. It's fine. Start going back up. While going back up, I just have like this feeling that someone is watching me. I'm not alone. Anxiety like all around. And every step I go up, I just look behind me in case someone is there.
That's why you always grab a knife from the kitchen.
I don't think I could reach the shelf with them.
Oh, okay. After your story, I'm gonna tell you a story about
But yeah,
self-defense.
well, with these guns, I don't need knives. Going back to the story, start going up, reach the upstairs room again, which is like an overhang room. It's not a closed room, it's an overhang. You can look on the floor down below. I climb into the bed, try to open like the TV or my phone, or it was a tablet, I think. It was a tablet. The moment I open it, barking starts again, and I hear the whoosh from the window opening. I freeze, like mentally, I freeze. But at the same time, I'm like, if something is down there, my dog might be in danger. So I rush down.
Oh, you want to protect your dog?
And I look at my dog, still barking at the window. And then, like, logic starts to kick in. And I'm like, okay, the window probably opened by itself the first time. Dog started barking. I closed it. It's going to open again. It's fine. I close it. I lock it again with a thing that twists. I sit there for like 5 minutes to wait for it to open from, like, wind. Nothing. Turn around. Start going up. Complete silence. I look back at the window, it's open again. I ran down, close it again, and then I remember like a wine box that my parents had. I like push it to the side to block the window. Like that's gonna do anything if someone is opening the window. But then I do the even stupider thing. I'm like, if someone is out there and watching me, I need to find out. So I go and open the front door. And
you would have died in a horror movie so easily.
Like,
you would be the first one.
Now, I actually have a brain when I wouldn't do that, and I would probably either call the police or, I don't know, start watching like self-defense videos on YouTube in case someone tries to attack me. That's my last line of defense.
How to defeat the paranormal.
How to defeat 20 burglars trying to enter your house. Oh, thanks, YouTube.
40 κλέφτες.
Yeah. Back to the story, and it's gonna be over soon. Don't worry. I go out. I close the door behind me, so the dog doesn't go out. But if I close the door, I can go back in, and I realize that. And it's the
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
So I start getting freaked out, and the only thing that I can see is like every 50 or so, no, not 50, like maybe 100 or more meters. The other small houses, like 100 meters and then 100 meters, repeating. It's basically like a maze of the same houses in wheat fields, like wheat fields in between. And I can just see something moving in the wheat.
Oh no.
I start running around the house and try to go back in from the back way through the window, not opened. I go back there, I try to open the window, I have blocked it. And because I didn't want like the wine bottles to drop and break, I couldn't push it. So I'm like, okay, I'm stuck. Then I think fireworks start going out because summer, vacation, parties and all that near the coast where the place was. And I'm getting pretty freaked out because in my
Sorry
bugs.
for the swearing.
It's fine. I'm gonna cut it. Oh yeah, I'm editing. Yeah, that's the real horror story. But end of the story. I'm very scared. I don't know what to do. I'm about to cry. I'm so paranoid that the fireworks, even though I can see them, I think are gonna shoot towards me, or like some of the shots are a gun from like thieves around the houses, and then I just hear like a car arriving, and it's like my parents, and they're like, "Why are you outside?" And I'm like,
I heard a weird noise.
I think that I told them that the window kept opening, and I went outside to see what was opening it, and then I locked myself out by accident. No, I told them that my dog pushed the door, so it locked. Liar. But yeah, that was a scary one, and I have another one for after, but...
I have a similar story.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't lock myself outside of my house that time. So I was home alone at some point. Home Alone 4, out in cinemas. I don't know. I was like home alone, and my parents were gone, my sister was gone, my brother was gone. No one in the house, all the lights were closed, all the TVs were closed, and I was in my room just doing my own thing. And suddenly, I hear the TV opening. And I'm like, my parents are back. I didn't hear the door opening. I go downstairs, there is no one, just the TV open by itself. I close the TV. I go back upstairs. The moment that I step on the stairs, the TV opens again. And I'm like, okay, so when I was like a little freaked out, I was like, okay, maybe like that's something wrong with the TV. And then I start like hearing some noises of someone throwing down a metal pipe. Not the fun kind.
You know what to edit.
No, not the fun kind. But like some metal, something, and like I hear noises and like male voices, and I'm like, I can swear. But like I was like freaked out. So
Frick
the freak out. I was freaked out. So I just ran to my kitchen. Thankfully, my mother has a good selection of knives in the house. So I pushed the door closed, panicked. I grabbed the biggest knife I could find, which was like this big. It was like a knife. And then I took our torch, our home torch. Have you seen those stereotypical torches that police use that is like this big?
Yeah.
And like could break heads? We have this. So I got those two. I locked all the windows. I locked the door to the kitchen, and I was like sitting there. And I was like, okay, I'm waiting. Come at me. I'm ready. I can fight.
If I'm gonna die, I'm gonna go out in glory.
I literally screamed I literally screamed, I have a knife. Anyways, I did the like round of the house, and I was still like hearing noises, and the TV was opening and closing, and I was like freaking out, like actively freaking out, and suddenly my dog started barking at something. My dog was not inside the house, he was outside the house. So I was like, okay, this is it. I was trying to like peek through the window, but I couldn't see anything. I was like freaked out of my mind. didn't know what to do. I called my best friend and I was like, I need a witness.
Why not your parents? Or
I-
the police?
I did call my parents and I was like, I hear weird noises. And they're like, oh, it's fine.
Oh, yeah. That's,
Don't worry.
yeah.
We'll be home soon. Or like, how soon? Like in about 3 hours. Don't worry about it. And
In
they
a year.
closed. Like we closed the phone. It was like great. So I called my best friend and I was like, I need a witness. If I die, I need someone to know. Someone to tell my parents before they find my body. Anyways. So I was sitting there in my own thoughts for about like 30 minutes. I was actively freaking out. I didn't know what to do. Like my best friend and I closed the phone because she had to do something. She was like, you're fine, don't worry about it. Like there is nothing, you're overreacting. And suddenly I hear the bell ringing.
Bro, no.
So I summoned all my courage that I had left, which was like 0, probably. I go out with a knife, like I don't even have like, if this was a knife, I would go like this. I open the door of the kitchen. I pick up the phone that you like, you know, when someone like dials the
doorbell.
the doorbell.
Yeah, the doorbell.
You have like
phone. Yeah, yeah,
hello. I literally go like this, my back on the wall. I'm like, hello. And
we have a pizza delivery.
And I kid you not, it was my brother's friend's dad, and he was like, "Hi, I've brought your brother," and I'm like, I just screamed at a random stranger. So literally with the knife, I go open the door and I see my brother's face literally terrified because like my brother is here and I'm holding a knife to him like that.
Well, at least you thought it was probably like criminals and not aliens, because then you're not my real brother.
That's not real work.
He died.
So I don't know. I was like freaked out and like I don't know if any person like is living on a mountain, but like we all know that abandoned house that is always next to us. Yeah, there was like one of those next to me. And I was like, nice.
Yeah.
And also like Trichomakedonis, I'm like 100% sure of it. If a zombie apocalypse happened, it could happen there. It's the perfect setting. It's literally forests and forests and forests with like no like life in sight.
I mean,
When you walk down the street, the lights close the moment that you walk under them.
well, except that being completely alone is pretty safe in a zombie scenario, because me that lives like near the center of Athens, I'm dead. Everyone gets beaten. I die. I'm infected already. Probably from this, I don't know. But yeah, second story. And this, I don't know if...
I'm gonna keep eating my pizza.
You do you. You do you. I don't know if this qualifies exactly, but it is a fun and kind of scary story. We were going to an escape room, me and my best friends. A horror escape room.
Was it the D&D one or was it another one?
No, completely different one. It was just horror, and the premise of it is you went by an abandoned house and you got knocked out and woke up. Escape, that's the only clues they give you. And usually when you go to like an escape room, you go into the main lobby, they're like, okay, hello everyone, this is how this lock opens, when you hear this sound it means that. No, we reach. By the way, it was 18 plus. Allegedly.
Sexy.
No, for like only adults are allowed in there, kids are gonna be scared. And allegedly, I was 15. Allegedly. And my friends were... No, wait. No. They were 17 and I was 16. So none of us qualify. But like one of them had started growing like a pretty decent beard. They were tall. I was the only one looking kinda...
Kind of wimpy.
Yeah, I was...
The Diaries of a Wimpy Kid.
No, he's tall, I'm short. But yeah. And because we had called over the phone, they were like, okay, but he's underage because they could pass as like over 18. And they were like, yeah, but he has like his birthday is like in 2 months. Not even close. Anyways, we managed to get in, and the door opens after like almost 30 minutes that it didn't open. Like we were kept ringing the bell, and we didn't get an answer. And suddenly it opens, and we start going up. And while we climb the stairs, mist is flowing down, and we're like, what?
Were you in the escape room, or was that just the entrance?
And we enter it, and there's no one. The door behind us closes. We could open it, but it was like, okay, we're in, and we're expecting someone to greet us. Usually when you go in, they're like busy with the previous room, so...
And you see someone with a cat, like, welcome.
Actually,
I've been expecting you.
Actually, and it's gonna get pretty interesting. We walk
That
in,
happened.
we start looking around. It was, when I tell you misty, you couldn't see 3 feet, 3 meters in front of you. Sorry, D&D talking. And we were confused. And the only out of place thing was the main lobby, where you pay after the room. It was filled with snacks and colorful, like...
Oh. Where's the knife?
We are filming an episode. You are destroying... we have pizza, by the way.
No. We're filming.
What?
Sit down.
Okay, we have
This was Gio. Now we do have a person behind the cameras. We're not.
You are stepping on Vangelis Makis.
Stepping on Vangelis.
Anyways, continuing.
After this short commercial break.
Looking at like the main lobby that had snacks, we're like, okay, so we're gonna wait. Suddenly, a woman dressed in like a bride's outfit covered with blood and zombie-like walks into the room.
Adams?
Yeah, that kind of things. We all freeze. And she gives us a letter that we are supposed to read out loud in a specific place in a hallway. And we have one door behind me, one door to the right of me. And while my friend keeps reading the letter, the doors are shaking to the point that you can see them like getting pushed out and back in.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Was that in the escape room?
In the escape room, thankfully.
You didn't, it wasn't like the entrance.
After you go up the stairs of the room, it's the first room.
Yeah, but like you were in the room, wasn't like the greeting to go into the escape
No, it was
room.
a greeting. Like we didn't get a greeting or warning or explanation. It had just started. Except the timer. The timer starts after you finish the letter, where they blindfold you. I'm looking at the camera, not you. They blindfold you, and a guy comes out, and when I say starts manhandling you, I mean it, because okay, I'm gonna give you like the end of the story. One of my friends still has a cut from that day, and I had bruises for days. We had blood, real and fake, on us. Great experience. Going back to the story, we get tied in handcuffs and rope thingies in different places, and the guy removes the bag over my head, and it's a dark room with a light on top and a lot of mist, and I can just see the outline of a man holding a chainsaw, and I start hearing and I see it, and I'm like, okay, chainsaw phobia, that isn't the best place for me, so I'm kind of scared. So that happens. The room begins, we are all in there, and we start doing the normal escape room stuff. Okay, you start looking for this clue, and suddenly the guy opens the door and he starts yelling, "Stop talking or I'm gonna kill you," and stuff like that.
Did he say kill you?
He said a lot of stuff about us and how he's gonna do bad stuff to us. So we had to actually whisper to find the clues, because he would actually come into the room, and the third time we made too much noise, we had also an actor that would help us. He grabbed the actor, started dragging him out. We could hear screaming, and after a while I think we found like his fake head, which like obviously it was a fake head, but it was pretty
Or was
accurate.
it?
Go to the next room. The guy actually chased us around, hit us, dropped us to the ground, scared us a lot. Had a real chainsaw, but without the blades, thankfully. A maze and all that. Generally, a very scary experience for
very
a
scary
16-year-old, because even if you know you're not in real danger, you have that mindset. Also, I had eaten so much prior to the room, and we were running for our lives. So I felt like when you're too afraid that you start feeling the anxiety and all that. Yeah, I was just feeling my belly hurt because of the food. And one of my friends was very, very, very scared. Not like that I wasn't scared. I was actually like pretty terrified at the moment. But when we entered the room and we saw the actor, he laughed at us because he knew he was scaring like 17-year-olds.
I have to say that as much... Wait, sorry, did you finish?
The end of the story is we left. We were pretty shocked. We went to Goodies. I didn't eat because I would puke. My friend didn't eat because he was scared. And my other two friends were like, we should go to another scary room. And we didn't go to...
and I never saw that friend again.
Then like a year after COVID happened, so...
Fair.
It's been a while.
It's been 3 years.
It's been 3 years. Well, I went to an escape room like a month ago, something like that.
I haven't gone to escape room for a long time.
We have to plan. Yay! Anyways, another story from you?
I don't have another story, but I have a comment that as much as I love... I'm a fan of like true crime documentaries and like horror stories and like all this. As much as I can love them... What is going on?
I'm talking to Vangelis, what do you mean?
As much as like I love horror stories and like true crime documentaries, I think that I would actually pee myself if something happened. I can't even be home alone and like hear random noise and I will freak out. I'm just starting grabbing the knife.
Okay, I can see that, but in the old age that I have reached, 19, yeah, I'm 19.
When's your birthday?
Actually, in a month minus 2 days.
Oh!
Yay!
I didn't know that.
End of July.
Nice.
Anyways, I have reached...
Δίδυμος, I think.
No. Leon.
Oh, you're a lion.
Yeah.
A lion? Rar.
Roar. That was a Vangelis request.
Vagelaras.
What was I gonna say? Vagelaras. What was I gonna say? In the ripe old age of 19 that I have reached, getting scared now is almost non-existent, because when I'm home alone and I hear something, okay, I have the dog, but it's not like that my dog is gonna save me. My dog is probably gonna want to get petted by the... Like,
Same, dude, my dog is not... My dog...
Vangelis, Makis, Gio, stop walking around. We're doing business here.
This episode is going great.
Well, I can hear you here, and I can hear myself here and here, so it's a great episode.
Nice.
It's a great start, but
Nice.
basically,
term,
nowadays, I feel like if someone breaks into my house, oh, okay, I die. Like, happens.
You know, I just... There's been multiple times that I hear random noises and I'm just so tired. I'm like... That I just go like, okay, if it's my time to go, it's my time to go.
Yeah,
and I just go back to bed.
Valhalla awaits. If I die, I die.
If I die, I die, no.
The only times that I'm super conscious of it is when I'm trying to sleep, because like insomnia and stuff.
My room has one way to look at the outside world, and it's a door to the balcony, and it's all glass. And because it's like on the left side of the house, it looks at the abandoned building, like the Monokatekia.
Yeah.
And like all the creepy little trees, and the only source of light is the light from the pool, like that is a blue, like bluish light. And maybe the yellow lights from the street. The amounts of times I had to actually close the whole like
Curtain thingy.
Yes.
Yeah.
And lock it and like be terrified of my life because I just saw something like when I went to see the Dungeons and Dragons movie,
Yeah.
I was shutting the door constantly.
The red wizards were
yes,
scaring you.
I was terrified. You cannot even understand.
Yo, if I get killed by like a red wizard or a magic, I'm gonna be like, okay, I died. But if magic exists, then I'm cool with it. Like,
Yeah.
someone out there is casting spells and killing people, like
Yeah.
Shadow
Slay.
Wizard Money Gang. We love casting spells.
I always believe that dying from really weird reasons is the best way to die. If a piano falls on you, like the cartoons, and you die, this is incredible, an incredible death. Everybody will be talking about it because you'd be the guy that
Laughing at you.
yeah, still.
I get laughed at while I'm alive. If I die, let's stop it for like a bit, maybe. I don't know. But yeah, true crime and all that stuff, it's getting pretty popular. Like, it kind of died down recently, but like I think a year ago, it was one of the most popular things on YouTube.
I've been watching it for years. I have favorite serial
Also,
killers.
I think true crime is like, I think mostly like women listen to true crime for some reason. Like, I don't know, but I've seen it as a trend. And it's kind of weird because most of the times that I have seen things about true crime, it's about like women getting brutally murdered. And I'm like,
Yeah.
why? Why would you want to hear about this?
My favorite YouTuber that talks about true crime is Vasilikou.
Okay.
Where she actually like pans out the story and like talks about it and like how it went and how they caught the guy or didn't catch the guy.
Yikes.
Yikes. And at some point I was watching it so much that I basically got, I just didn't
Detective mode.
uh,
Detective mode.
kind of, but like I didn't find it weird or like I was finding it like, okay, like a normal conversation.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that,
synthesis.
yeah.
Yes, that word. And one time I was at my house alone, like during summer, and I was watching it like on full blast on my TV, and my mother walks in, and she doesn't mention anything, and I keep watching it for 3 hours, and at some point she yells, "What the are you doing? What are you listening to?" And I'm like, "I'm watching Ted Bundy and how he killed multiple women by like, and like dressing them up as dolls."
Yeah.
Nice, right?
Nice.
she's like,
Great info. I don't know.
but like it was really interesting because she was like really freaked out because I was also eating at the same time, and I was like, she was talking about the Deree and like talking about all the like nasty little like things,
Yeah.
and I was like, nice, interesting.
Interesting.
Who knew?
Opens up an appetite. I don't know. When I listen to this type of stuff, I don't know. It's like my extreme paranoia. Like if I hear about a story about like how a guy killed someone, let's say by putting them on, I don't know, like with a staple gun, I don't know, something random, my mind is gonna keep repeating to itself like that night that the door to my room is gonna open, a guy with a staple gun is gonna come in, because today that I learned about it, it's the day that he wants to end my existence.
Okay, so I have a weird thing that I do. I can watch true crime documentaries about serial killers or anything else for hours and sleep on them like a baby. I cannot watch horror movies. The only horror movie that I've ever seen is one when I was like 9 at my best friend's house. I was with her and she was like, "Oh, let's watch a horror movie." And I'm like, "Yeah, sure. Yeah. Why not?
Let's do it.
What's the worst that can happen in Metamorphose?" It's a pretty safe place.
Oh.
And it was like an 80s movie, like a really old movie that we
Yeah.
found on YouTube. And it was like one specific guy that got infected by a virus. And I just remember one scene, and it was he took the, how do you say in English, sugrana?
Sickle? Scythe?
I don't know, the thing that looks like a trident.
That you cut the crops with.
Yeah, that you like pick them up and like,
Oh, pitchfork.
yeah, like a pitchfork. And he went into the place with all the like patients and literally stabbed them through the bed.
Ah, yeah, Jason.
Yeah, and I was like, we watched SpongeBob afterwards. so we can fall asleep.
Okay, yeah, fair.
And like, I can't watch horror movies. I can listen to someone that actually did some horrible things to people and actually killed them brutally, and we'll be like, oh, nice. Huh.
I don't know. Personally, with
And I'll
horror,
see like The Conjuring. I won't be able to sleep for like 5 days.
Personally, with horror, I'm pretty good with, like, usually... Okay, so we're ending like in 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
We have a timer because
Vangelis and Makis can't look at the time, and now that Vangelis 2/Gio/ anyways,
people are incapable.
It's a 2-man show here. Yeah, usually I'm pretty good with horror. The only things that I stop
it.
She's...
Get some help.
I can't say what she's doing with her hands to me.
She is showing you her ring finger, but like in the mean way.
Yeah, but with horror I'm usually pretty good. The only things that get me are jump scares, because they're literally scary. Yeah, it's pretty hard not to get scared by them. And the only times that I can see myself getting actually scared is only in the chasing. If someone is getting chased, I don't know, that activates the caveman neurons
The
in my
fight or
brain.
flight.
And I am actually like tensing up physically. And the worst thing is, if I play a horror game, which I'm planning to do in a few days, when you know that the monster is following you, that's when I get so terrified, because I don't know how near they are to me.
Have you seen Gius' streams?
Yeah.
I cannot watch them for the life of me.
I mean, when she played Outlast, the scary game, as a viewer, I was laughing because I knew exactly when something was going to happen.
I've never seen that game. I was like, I'm going to watch Gius' stream for the first time. What can go wrong? And I was like,
everything.
Yeah.
About 10 years of my lifespan.
And then
I gained 10.
And then she was like, oh, I'm gonna play Hogwarts Legacy. I'm like, that's a game I can watch. And like literally the second chapter was like huge spiders, and I have a huge phobia with spiders. And I was like, I'm just gonna like the like YouTube search from now on.
Well,
this is gonna be my contribution to Jesus. So.
In my stream, I'm gonna be playing Amnesia: The Dark Descent, one like very old horror game, but stop making sound. But like a classic and one of the most popular ones. And the chases in that game are brutal. There is a specific point in the game that I remember and I dread, where an invincible water monster is chasing you, and you can only see like the water splashes while it follows you, and you have to stand in the water.
Oh my god, I hate
and open a gate by spinning like a valve.
No.
And you look at the monster coming to you while the door is getting up, and it's an amazing game, just very scary. Scary. Like this episode.
Language.
I don't know if I'm gonna edit something there or
lighting.
Yeah. Or edit Nosferatus' face over mine. Or make me bald. We basically look the same. Only need the nails.
Ooh. Anyways,
Yeah.
sadly our time is over. We didn't eat all the pizza, but we'll make sure to do it once we stop filming. I don't know if I mentioned this before, to be honest, but the events of the week are down in the description, so you can go check those out. Yay. I hope you enjoyed this episode. We hope you have a good night and no monsters get to you tonight. Or if they do, please send us that DM before you die so we can know it's cool.
Boo! I scared them. No, I didn't.
Scary.
Episode end.